Hey guys, it's Kimberly A Martin from Yahoo Sports, and I'm joined by Dak Prescott. When are we going to see you get paid? That's what everybody wants to know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering the same thing. Y'all know just as much as me. Love when that day comes, but I have confidence in my agency. My agent's my team. I've got confidence in the Cowboys. Something will get done.
How do you go into that decision of rolling the dice and saying, you know what, I'm betting on myself? What do you think about, and how do you approach each week of the season knowing the inherent risk involved in doing it that way?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to think much. That's what I've done my whole life, is betting on myself. I've never listened to what somebody said I could or couldn't do, or listened to the box or the category they tried to put me in, and I always had confidence in myself and betted on myself. So when you're not given a contract, it's somewhat that same way. You're doubted, right? So you want to go prove yourself, and that's simply what I did. I betted on myself, and we're to this point now.
What box do you think people try to put you in as far as the criticism? What about your game? What is the thing that potentially is most frustrating? What do you think is?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't necessarily listen to the people that can put me in the box. I ignore them, and I put that away before they even begin to open their mouths, I guess you could say. And I have to do that because the only thing I can worry about is what I can control. And that's going out there and being the best teammate, best quarterback, and best player I can be to give myself, my team, and myself a chance to win. And the talking heads, the prognosticators, they don't mean anything, and they don't play an effect into the way I play.
Are you a $40 million quarterback?
You tell me.
I'm asking you. You're the one that, it's your
You're
contract.
the prognosticator.
I'm not the one writing the checks, though.
Yeah, I'm not either.
It is over. We're about to completely annihilate what little credibility one Kimberly A Martin had left as an ESPN quote-unquote analyst, reporter, whatever you want to refer to her as. That opening interview and clip that I just showed you was the interview and situation that caused one Kimberly A Martin to even have the opportunity to go on ESPN and say things to completely embarrass her ESPN co-hosts on Get Up concerning the very man that she made her career off of. Oh, it gets deeper. It gets much deeper.
Now, Dak Prescott right now is averaging 10.1 yards per completion. I'm like, oh, okay. Zach Wilson, 10 yards. They are practically the same. And when you are compared with Zach Wilson right now, that's not a good thing. And I understand that this is one game, but it's about sustainability and what they said about what this offense would be in the offseason. Aggressive.
I'll pretend I didn't hear the Zach Wilson comparison, but very quickly, you made a magnificent...
Now I'm about to show y'all what real investigative reporting looks like. Now, obviously, the facial expressions and the responses from Greeny and Dominique Foxworth tells the story that needs to be told there. Anytime you have someone trying to criticize a quarterback for averaging more than a first down per completion, you're an absolute clown. Comparing Dak Prescott to Zach Wilson, no disrespect to Zach Wilson. He needs more time, if he has that, in the NFL to grow into whatever it is he could possibly become in the future. But Dak Prescott has enough skins on his wall to avoid criticisms that's as disrespectful as that one was. You also have a lot of skins on your wall, Kimberly Martin, and I know I just said, oh, you made your career off of this interview, and I know some people might want to dispute this, but if you look at the factual evidence that I can provide you and that I'm going to provide you, because this is what I do on this channel, guys. If you look at the factual evidence, this tweet was sent by Kimberly Martin, the very tweet that identifies her as being the newest hiree of ESPN, one of the largest media conglomerates in the world, which I'm very surprised you were not able to cover up these tracks to not make one of your reporters look extremely hypocritical in her whole entire body of work, not just with you, Yahoo. We're about to go a little bit deeper. But first, I've absolutely loved working at Yahoo Sports the past 2 seasons, but I'm very excited for my next chapter, NFL reporter for ESPN, where I'll contribute to year-round NFL shows, Sports Center, plus more. Congratulations. Love to see our sisters winning, except when they turn their back on the very foundation of what got them to where they are. This is disgusting, Kimberly Martin. Your credibility is shot after this. This tweet was sent on February 27th, 2020, right? Okay, you may be wondering, what's the relevance of that date? Well, I can scroll down and show you. This Dak Prescott interview aired February 11th, 2020, approximately 2 weeks before she got this deal with ESPN, and she was able to lock this deal up. No coincidence there that the moment you got an interview with one of the biggest names in American sports right now, because he's the quarterback of America's team, you got your opportunity at one of the biggest positions in your job. You would think that you would have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of respect for the man that was able to allow you to get a platform to become who you are today. And on top of that, during that interview, you didn't have nearly the type of energy that you've had for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys since you have gone to the four-letter network. Very interesting. This is also exposing ESPN's format, because I just can't imagine a woman who made her hay off of being awarded several Black National Journalist Awards. A lot of the rewards you received were awards that were given to you because of the color of your skin, by organizations that support people and try to push forward people that look like us. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That is not the insult here. The insult is you would then take these accolades, take the achievements that you have achieved in your career. I'm not going to take any of the achievements that you have made. I'm not going to question the legitimacy of those, because that would be detrimental for up-and-coming journalists, because that would open the door for all those journalists to be questioned as to the merits of why they were awarded the things they were awarded. But the facts remain, you don't even support the community that you came from. There is nothing wrong. There are nothing wrong with interracial marriages, interracial families at all. I want to make that extremely clear. But it's just a slap in the face to me as a black man now to see a black woman go on a large platform like ESPN, where she made her hay off of interviewing another young black man in Dak Prescott, and him being gracious enough to give a Yahoo Sports columnist an interview. He did not have to do that. And then you use that platform that he really allowed you to make that leap to that next level. He was the trigger. Your work may have put you in position, but Dak Prescott in that interview was the trigger. This was the last interview you did with Yahoo Sports. Stop it. And now you go on TV and try to take away and degrade his achievements and what he's accomplished and what he's established himself as in the NFL as a quarterback of one of the most heavily scrutinized teams in the league, which, let's not take away credit from the fact of not many players can put that star on their helmet, for the very reason that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks on this channel, because of the scrutiny. It takes a different level of mental aptitude to be able to deal with that. And watching what I just watched, seeing your retort to Micah Parsons and what he said on his podcast, seeing how you've continued to try to needle at Dak Prescott after this because you want to double down, because you feel like this is going to be your meal ticket, because you are the Dollar General Stephen A. Smith, seeing how you're hypocritical in not only the life that you actually lead, but the message that you have actually pushed forward your whole career up until it starts to deal with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, right? This is the very same woman that caught flack for trying to criticize Ryan Fitzpatrick, an NFL quarterback, for giving his very, very apt comparison for Justin Fields, which is Cam Newton. That is a very, very apt comparison. A mobile quarterback whose biggest weapon is his ability to run and his size, and the fact that he has an arm he can throw a long bomb. That is a very apt comparison. But you try to attack Ryan Fitzpatrick and drop a funny face on Ryan Fitzpatrick because he wanted to make a comparison between two quarterbacks who do play very similarly. See, you can't pick and choose when you want to represent us. You can't pick and choose when you want to apply being black, being a black reporter, and taking advantage of the accolades and awards that you received for being a black reporter. You took advantage of those accolades You bagged them all up, and when you went to ESPN, you handed them to the guardsman and told them, do what you will with them. I don't need them anymore. That's what you did. Your credibility is shot. Not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly Martin made her hay. One of her biggest sports jobs was as a reporter for the Washington News, where she covered the Washington Redskins, division rival of the Dallas Cowboys. Her husband, New Jersey, New York, also an editor, also in the news industry, media, covered New Jersey-based teams, New York area. The point here is, you can't take anything that she says seriously, guys. And we're not attacking anybody, but we are exposing truths and facts. And I'm showing the people that view your platform, the type of people that they have in place over at ESPN to talk to us about what we're seeing about the game. When you're embarrassing your own stablemates on national TV. And now you just embarrassed yourself. You made yourself like a giant hypocrite. And it's over. Anyways, you guys know how we always end these videos. How them Cowboys. Take it away, Pastor.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.